Hey you guys, so today we're doing something a little different. Yes, we're making my favorite chicken, but with this recipe, you could actually sub the chicken for really any protein that you want. So I figured in the spirit of football being in full swing, the temp's getting a little cooler, let's do something fun and fall festive. So we're doing a chicken enchilada soup. I love this recipe because it's so simple. You just throw everything in a crock pot, but also you could leave the house that morning for work, for class, wherever you're going. If you're in school, I loved crock pot meals during college because you could just throw everything in there, turn it on, and then by the end of the day, dinner's done. You don't even have to worry about it. Super convenient, especially if you have those evening classes. Like I got stuck having a couple times where you get out at like 8:30. It's cold, you don't want to cook, but crock pot meals to the rescue. So this is what we're working with as far as ingredients. First things first, we have our chicken. So I just went ahead and trimmed up 3 chicken breasts, and I have that here. I've got some chicken broth, bone broth, same diff, whatever you have in your pantry. And then here I've got some salsa verde. So this is a fire roasted jalapeno salsa verde, but you can just use regular. I've done that as well. I've got 1 orange bell pepper, 1 red, a small white or yellow onion, whatever onion you have. So I thought some fire roasted diced tomatoes would be fun. So I've got those here. Some enchilada sauce. This is medium, but you can use mild, hot, again, whatever you like, whatever you have. And then some taco seasoning, some chili powder, smoked paprika, and oregano. So pretty simple. All of this here is just going to be thrown into a crock pot. Now, I do want to say the salsa verde, I said this is like a jalapeno fire roasted type thing, but what I've used in the past as well is just a standard salsa verde, mild, I guess. I don't even know. There's so many different ones out there on the shelf. I just kind of grab one, whatever one that I feel like grabbing that day. And then dark chili powder. To be honest, I don't really know the difference between dark chili powder and just regular. This is bigger, so I typically just always use this. I think it's a little bit more bold than this. That's the best way I could describe it. But if you put either or in there, it's not going to dramatically or drastically change the flavor. So if you have one or the other, doesn't matter. Just use whatever you have. But all that super simple. I will salt this when it's all said and done, but pay attention to your taco seasoning. So I'm using the Mrs. Dash. Oh, it used to be Mrs. Dash. I guess it's just Dash. Maybe she got divorced. I don't know, but this is salt-free. So a lot of taco seasonings already have salt in them. If that is you and that's what you're using, don't salt your crock pot, the soup and all that aggressively afterwards, or else it's going to be super salty. But again, since this doesn't have salt in it, nothing else really here does. I will personally salt it at the end when it's all said and done. And I love cilantro, so I want to put some cilantro in there, but we'll get to that when we get there, and that's it. So I'm going to cook all of this on high for about 2 to 3 hours. The Cowboys game starts in about 2 hours. It's Sunday here, so sorry if it's like a Monday for you guys. Hopefully it's a victory Monday for your team, but if this takes 2 to 3 hours on, so let's see. I'm not great at math, so I need to think about this real quick. So after the first quarter, I'm going to shred the chicken, put it back in, and then by halftime, we'll be ready to eat. So nothing can ruin Cowboys time. It's game time. So got to focus, got to have this done. So that is my strategy. But again, if you have all day, then cook it on low for 6 to 8 hours, and you'll be good to go by the end of the day once you finish class, work, whatever it is. Also, I'm going to chop up the onion and the bell pepper just real quick into nice little chunks. But if you want to buy frozen or pre-chopped vegetables, go for it. If not, do it by hand or do what I'm about to do here in a second, and I'll link the little vegetable chopper that I'm going to use if you want to get that. All right, the time has finally come. We're gonna go ahead and shred our chicken real quick. We're on a break, so we're gonna knock this out super fast. But I'm not one to devote my time to just standing over this giant crock pot and trying to hand shred all my chicken. So I am going to, it's loud. So I'm gonna use just my blender. My Ninja blenders have made their appearances several times in these videos now. I'm not even joking you. I've had this one since 6th grade, middle school. I don't know, something like that. I'm 24 now, so it has not conked on me yet. But anyways, I will link this below if you want it. I think it's even cheaper now than when I bought it. But whatever you have, however you prefer to shred your chicken, go for it. This is the quickest, most efficient way for me. And that is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna blend it here, dump it back in there, set it back over in the warmer there, and get back to watching football. Okay, I think I fished all of the chicken out and got it blended. So all is good here, but I figured while I'm at it, I'm eventually gonna add cilantro to this and it's gonna need cut up and I just really don't wanna do that. So I went ahead and threw some cilantro in here where I just blended the chicken. Looks gross, but it's all going in the same place, so I don't really care. And I'm gonna blend the cilantro with a jalapeno because I like jalapenos. I have a ton in the fridge. You can totally skip this if you want. If you hate both those things, don't do it. But that is what I'm gonna do. Go ahead and blend that, throw that in there, and then we can go back and put it on the warmer for about another hour. Damn, y'all, that cilantro is packing some heat. Oh my gosh, I inhaled that wrong. Woo! But super simple. Oh, almost lost the beautiful Miller Lite. That would have actually been tragic. All right, you guys, this is done. This is good to go. I'm about to, whoops, go set it back over there on the crock pot. But I wanted to mention one last thing. So the cilantro, herbs in general. I think I've mentioned this in another video, but I wanted to remind you guys, just a little kitchen hack that I use for all my herbs is to lay them in a little layer of paper towel because it'll absorb any moisture that the herbs may hold, and it literally will add like a week of life to your herbs. So just a little kitchen hack, nothing crazy. That's it. I really should grow my own, but I just don't. I'm just not there yet, I guess. I don't know, but just gonna go back and sit. I'm gonna go sit and watch some football, and then halftime, it will be ready for us. All right, you guys, just like that, it's done. So normally this is where the whole presentation thing comes into play, but really there's nothing else to do unless you want like sour cream or cheese on it. I'm weird. I love cheese, but I don't like cheese on my salads, and I don't like it in my chilies or in my soups. But for this, I would say cilantro, because duh, who doesn't love cilantro? And then maybe like a little sprig of cilantro, and that's it. I don't really know. You could put avocado and stuff on it, but I mean, again, that's not me. That's not what I like. I like avocado, but not on this. So whatever topping you feel like you may want on here, tortilla strips, maybe serve it with chips, do whatever you want, but that's it. It's done. Very low maintenance. We dumped everything in a crock pot, shredded the chicken, which we didn't technically do. I guess the blender did it for us, which fine by me. That's it. That's all there is to it. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's good football type soup or chili. I don't really know what you want to call that, or whatever you want to call it. Enjoy it, and I will see you guys next week.